In today's video, I'll cover 8 financial survival tips for single moms. Hi, this is Salima of SALIMAH and if you're looking to build a life in alignment with your soul, then you're in the right place. So I wanted to make this video today because I know one of the biggest worries of every single mother is the financial survival and whether you'll be okay financially, whether you'll be okay to look after your children. So I wanted to make this video to give you a few tips that have worked for myself. Know that if you become a single mother recently, that you will be okay and you will be fine. I am 10 years out now, and actually 12 years, and know that it does get better as the kids grow up, and you can do this. There is no such thing as you can't, because you are powerful, and always remember that and remind yourself of that, and know that life happens for you. So what seems like, why is this happening to me, life is unfair, it's not, because when in the future, when you look back, you will know that life happened for you. So let me cover these 8 things. Number 1, your relationship with money and your money mindset and your beliefs about money is an area that you have to work on, because we have things that we have been programmed with since we were children. That's part of your identity, your beliefs, your thoughts, your thoughts which lead to your feelings, your actions, your habits, and then that leads to your destiny. So you have to examine what money beliefs you have and what's in your programming from your childhood. Whatever you modeled and saw from your parents, that's part of your programming. So for example, if say your father worked and your mother didn't, and you always relied on money to be received from the father, then perhaps you will want a male to look after you in life financially, and divorce could be very difficult because that person is gone. But know that you can do this. You can look after yourself financially. You are capable of doing that, and you are powerful. So examine your relationship with money, your money beliefs, your mindset, and that's number 1, because without that, all the other techniques will not work. Because if you don't believe you can do it, then none of these things will work for you. So work on that first. Be aware of your beliefs and your mindset. Number 2, know your numbers. So write down everything that's coming in, your income, and how much is going out, all your expenses, your fixed expenses and your variable expenses. And I would suggest that for the next 3 months, make a note of everything that you spend and everything that's coming in, and figure out, are you in the positive or the negative? And this will give you an insight as to what your expenses are that are fixed, what are your variable expenses, and where can you control and eliminate some of the expenses if possible. You may have gym membership that you don't even use anymore. You may have subscriptions to magazines that you don't even read anymore. So examine and know your numbers. Know how much investments you have. Know how much RSPs you have. Know how much money you have saved for retirement. Figure out all that. The next one is have a peace of mind account. So save some money every month until you get to maybe about $1,500 or $2,000, or if you want to continue to save, then at least a year's worth of whatever your expense was, fixed expense, and put that aside so that you know that you always have that money in case if a job is lost or anything can come up, any financial setback, and you know that you have that money available to be able to pay for that. The next one is have a spending plan. So designate each dollar to go somewhere, and have your financial freedom account where you're saving money and investing. Have a long-term savings account for if you're saving for a vacation or any large purchases. Save some money for short-term goals. If you have anything that you're looking to buy in a year or 6 months, have some money to give back, even if it's just 5% of your salary, give that back, and have some money for fun. 10% of your money for fun. Have some money for your own growth and your education every year. Maybe it's 10%, whatever you can afford to start with. And if you have any debt, start eliminating that debt, whether you want to pay off the smallest amount first or the amount with the highest interest first. But have some money going towards that and start decreasing your debt, because the interest that we pay on debts could be devastating financially. So make sure you're looking after that. The next one is save and invest regularly. Automate your savings and investments as well. Learn about investments. There's plenty of education out there. So don't feel that you can't do it. It's not complicated. You just have to be committed to learning. This is for your future and your children's future. And then you can teach them to be independent, and their children will learn from them. So it's very important that you get financially independent and you can help your children do the same. Next one is, if you can, start a side business, because what you can do with your own business, you can never do in a job. So I understand that some people do not want to start a business, but if you can, starting a business is the best thing you can do. You can fulfill your purpose. You can start a hobby business where you are passionate about it, and there's plenty of ideas to start a business, because the money that you can earn from a business is never capped at anything. Your income is unlimited, and it's result-based earning. So you don't have to rely on 2-3% raise once a year. You can earn anything that you want to. So I would highly suggest start a side business and save that money and invest it, because financial freedom comes from saving and investing the money, not from earning it. So the more you earn and put away, the better it is for financial freedom. Next one is, make sure you have life insurance, and you need about 10 to 12 times your salary or whatever your earnings are, and have term life insurance, because it will cover you in case something happens to you. So your children will be covered and they'll be looked after financially. Next one is, make a will, and make sure you have a will and dictate who will look after your children, especially if they're under 18, because not having a plan then means that when you're no longer there, your kids go wherever the state decides or wherever the courts decide, and you don't want that. You want to have a say as to what happens to your children, and if they're old enough, perhaps you can have a conversation with them as well. And it's important that you have the plan. So I hope these 8 things gave you some insight and some peace into your financial survival. So let me quickly cover these 8 things. Number 1, work on your mindset and your money beliefs that you may have programmed into you when you were little by modeling whatever your parents did. So make sure you know exactly what your limiting beliefs are that are blocking you from abundance. Abundance is your birthright. So know that you are here to live a good life. Next one, know your numbers. Write down for the next 3 months all the money that's coming in and all the money that's going out in expenses. Every little dollar that you spend, figure out where it's going and make a note so that you can better do your spending plan. The next one is, have a peace of mind account where you save about 12 months of your incoming or your expenses that you need to pay every month, so that you're covered for 12 months in case of anything that comes up. Next one, have a spending plan and have debt payment as part of your spending plan, and pay off either the highest interest debt first or the smallest amount that you owe, whatever works better for you. And have a spending plan where maybe 55% of your money is going into your expenses, your fixed expenses, and then 10% is going into your education, because when you grow you can serve in a better way. So your education, your growth is very important. 10% into your fun, because it's good to have fun in life, not all just working all the time and not having any fun. That kind of plan is not sustainable. Next one is long-term savings for vacation, whatever you want to save up for. Next one is giving some money back, because it's important that we always give something back, even if it's 5% of your money that you have. Always have that as part of your plan. And then the financial freedom account, where you are putting a certain amount of money, the more the better, for your own financial freedom. Invest that money and never touch it again. Next one is saving and investing your money. That's part of it. Start your side business if you can, something that you're passionate about, something that's your hobby, and take all that money and put it into your investments. Next one is get life insurance, so if something happens to you, your children are looked after financially. And I would say buy something that's 10 times or 12 times your income, and it normally the good policy to buy would be a term life insurance policy. It's the most affordable. The next one is make a will, and especially if your children are little, then you can say who becomes your kid's guardian once you are no longer here. And also all your estate can be then passed to your children, and you can also have a financial power of attorney given to your closest adult in your life that you trust, for them to handle it until your children are adults or up to 21, whatever you decide. But I hope these 8 things have served you, and please share this video with anybody else who has financial worries and is a single mother, and know that you can do this. I believe in you. Start believing in yourself. Nothing is complicated. You can do this for yourself, for your children, and the multiple generations that's in your family that's to come. There are plenty of single mothers who are very successful in life, and you can do it. All souls are equal, so you are as capable of doing it. So I hope this video served you. Thank you for watching, and I believe in you, and I'm sending you love.